YouTube channel. Thank you for coming back. Today I'm going to show you how to make this shrimp and asparagus dish on the F Factor diet. It's also Whole30 approved and it's completely zero net carbs. So stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe. So today we just start with cooking our shrimp. It's already been rinsed and cleaned and put back in here. So I like to go ahead and put my shrimp on a paper towel. Some people cook them with the tails on them. I like to take them off just because I like fluid eating. I just want to eat right on through. I'm not trying to do too much work. We do the work now. We enjoy the rewards of the meal later. So I take all of these off. And I get my shrimp from Whole Foods because I like the way it cooks. I get fresh shrimp, but you can also do frozen shrimp. Make sure you get it unthawed really well. Make sure you just take good care of it and clean it even though it was frozen. It comes prepackaged. I like to eat fresh food more so because I feel it's a little less processed. But you never know, to be honest with you. So, but I love the way these cook. They cook kind of in a good jumbo shape for me. And they're delicious. They cook fast. That's a good thing about making shrimp. I normally make this with string beans or like snow peas or just any kind of green veggie. Today I have asparagus in the fridge, so we're gonna do it with asparagus. I don't normally do it with asparagus. I normally do it with like snow peas or snap peas, whichever I can find at the grocery store. You can't always get everything at the grocery store, depending upon the seasons. So we got those all cleaned up. I'll lay them out, get them all dried up. I like to get my meat completely dry, get all that water out, kind of fold it in, get all that like kind of, and I have probably like 4 regular sized paper towels, maybe 3 or 4. And so now that we got all that in, I put it in a kind of like a bowl. I do everything with my hands when I'm cooking for myself. Sometimes I use a spoon depending on how dirty the job is. I'll put it in a pretty big bowl. Then we'll just put black pepper and just season to taste. I like a lot of black pepper. I like a very little small amount of salt. I do an all-purpose seasoning as well. And then I kind of like try to mix this up in here like that. Just try to get it all seasoned out. And then I need 2 more seasonings, so let me grab those. And I'm kind of heavy-handed when it comes to seasoning. Give me 1 moment. I normally put like an onion powder on there, so we'll get all that shooken out. I don't have that much onion powder left, unfortunately. I love garlic, so I put garlic powder on here. And mix it up and get it all mixed in together, seasoned up. I like a lot of seasoning. I'm black, so I believe in seasoning. And put a little bit more black pepper because I love it. Just a dash. Or 3 of salt. And so there's that. And those are ready. So I'm taking you over to the pan on my stove and show you how I'm just gonna let it brown on its own. So I put my pan on the stove. I turn the heat up, kind of medium-ish. I'm gonna open it up so you can see. Medium. This is my real stove in my real house. I spray the pan with the avocado oil spray that has a really high heat point and that I use for basically everything. And it's a staple, I think, on this F Factor diet. So I highly recommend that. You get that, keep that in your arsenal. Then we're just gonna let it get a little bit warm. Then we're gonna start just sitting the shrimp in here. And the shrimp will like kind of curl up and cook really fast. I'm gonna put it in before it gets too hot. I also like to put a glass top over this sometimes just to keep the moisture. I don't want the shrimp to cook too much, and I don't want them to be too dry. So you see how it's already sizzling? And we don't even have all the shrimp in there. Make some room. And this is only about half a pound of shrimp. So, yeah, it's about half a pound of shrimp. And usually when I meal prep, this is something that I'm always like kind of making because it's super fast and easy. Anyone who can make this. So you see they're kind of getting a little bit pink. I'm going to flip this one over. My ugly tongs. Flip it over a little bit. Let it cook on the other side. Ooh, look how pretty. Turn that eye down just a smidge. Super good. We're going to put the top on it so it doesn't get too dry. Turn the heat all the way low and let it just cook a little bit. So shrimp is ready to go. It's pretty good. We don't want to cook it too harsh and too much because we're going to add asparagus to it and mix it in together. So it's really good to go. So we're moving on to asparagus. So now we're making asparagus. I've sprayed this asparagus with avocado oil spray. Make sure it's all sprayed good and through. It's already been sprayed, so it's good to go. We're gonna put a little bit of black pepper, which is one of my favorite ingredients. I also recommend a lemon pepper if you can find it. Trader Joe's has a really good one that I like to recommend. It's absolutely delicious. So I just put a ton of pepper on here. Mix it up on the other side. Make sure it's just thoroughly done. And then I just put a little bit of seasoning. And then we're actually going to cut the asparagus this time around. We're going to cut the asparagus in pieces since it's going to be mixed into. So my asparagus is already pre-cleaned and cut normally prior. So I'm just going to try to cut even. And we're going to take these out and get rid of them. We're going to drop these in a skillet and brown this. So I just coat this a little bit, just a small, with the avocado oil spray. And then the already kind of done asparagus that's already been seasoned and oiled up. I just put it in here to brown. Let it cook for a little bit. It's on a medium heat, just like the shrimp was. And we kind of just let it stay in here. If you're wondering, I cleaned out this pot and we're going to add the actual shrimp to this and mix it up. Now if you like, you can always cut these even smaller. I kind of like to have like the crunchiness and have them a little bit bigger, and I can cut them if I want after they're all ready to go and cooked. So we're going to just pour in these shrimp. Just mix it in. Let the asparagus cook a little longer. The shrimp can cook a little bit more. I'm going to cover it up just so it doesn't dry out too much. And it creates like kind of a steam. Okay. Ooh, bloopers. looks like everything's good to go. We're gonna turn this off. We got the shrimp a little bit brown and crisp. You cook it to your desired crunch or your desired softness, and we're good to go. Now we'll serve. Pass that thing. Feel like I'm eating it. So this is our shrimp and asparagus. To finish it up, I'm cutting a lemon open. I'm gonna take out some of these seeds. We don't want to drop any into the dish, and so we'll get rid of those seeds. They kind of pop everywhere. Get rid of that. That one is angry. We're gonna squeeze a little bit of lemon over the dish, and then we'll serve it. This is like a normal serving size. For me, I think it's a little bit bigger, but if you're taking this for lunch, this is a really good serving size, and it's like 0 net carbs at all. So no carbs in this whole thing, because on that factor diet, asparagus is considered just as fiber, so it's amazing. I'm super excited about this.